Well, today was a great day. Yesterday was a challenge. Today is day 11 on my route, on my workout, not my route. And I met this guy today at the fire department. Actually, he was in the gym today with us. And what was really cool is I kept telling myself I wanted to do the mile on the treadmill, which for me is huge. I mean, that's 17 minutes on the treadmill. And I was just doing a walk, but I could never get above half a mile. And today was the day. And so this guy from the fire department, California Fire Department, his name was Mark. And what was so neat about this is I was watching him as I was upstairs in the gym that I'm at. All the cardio equipment's upstairs, and then all the free weights and stuff are down in the basement. And so I could kind of overlook and see this. And this guy from the fire department, Mark, he was doing the V-Flare wiper. If any of you have ever tried it, it is extremely difficult, especially if you have any love handles and you're overweight at all. And what it is, you're basically hanging in the air from some poles, and you swing your body from the left to the right. And one rotation, or from left to right is one rotation. And I was watching this guy, and he hopped up there, and he did a couple, and then he did a couple more, and he did a couple more, and he did 3 sets of 20. Now, I don't know, man. It is a tough exercise. When I was in the prime of my life, I could do that about 3 times. And this guy was just ripped, and I was so inspired by watching him do that I said, you know what? If he can do that 75 times, 3 sets of 25, I said, you know what? I can walk the mile. And today I did it. I walked the mile. And yeah, it's not a lot, but hey, it's more than I could when I first started. And I was so inspired by this guy, watching what he was doing. I was so inspired to see that he could actually do the V-Flare wiper, which is extremely difficult. You have to have a huge core. So after I got done watching him and I did the mile, I went up and I started talking to him, and I said, hey, you know, I've never seen anybody do that. He goes, it took me 4 months. 4 months it took him to be able to do that. And so now that's some huge dedication. And I thought, you know, how grateful I am to have a firefighter, paramedic in my neighborhood that's willing to pay the price to do what it takes to be there for us. And he explained the whole reason behind, you know, being able to do that type of exercise and to be able to have the strength. He says, you know, if I'm in a burning building and I need to carry somebody out who's passed out, or I need to carry out my partner, he goes, I need to be strong enough that I can throw them over my shoulder and carry them out. And I was so inspired by that. It just touched me. I said, you know what? Yesterday I was struggling. Yesterday was a tough day. I'm like, I'm just going through the motions, you know. I had a great weekend, you know. I detailed some really high-end cars. It was fun. But when I got back to the gym on Tuesday, I was like, man, I'm just tired. Actually, I think it was Wednesday I got back to the gym, so I missed 2 days because I had to take care of these cars. And I thought, you know, I'm just tired. What's my point? But after meeting Mark today, man, I think that we're all here for a purpose. We're all here to do something for someone else. And I thought, you know, I said, I'm glad I met you, Mark, because you inspired me to stick it out another day. And I said, and I thank you for being in our neighborhood and dedicating yourself to those people who need you. And I said, thank you for your time and thank you for your service. And so here's my question to you guys. What is it that you're going to do that's going to inspire people and uplift people? Do something. Pick up a camera. Grab something and inspire someone besides yourself. I think it's so important for us to not just be concerned about ourselves and not just be concerned about our needs and what we want. Be thinking about and considering what other people need and what you can do for them. It's really, oh man, I was so inspired today. And this guy was a complete stranger, but for me, it's what I needed, because yesterday was tough. I went to the gym, went through the motions, but it was just tough. But to see this guy put forth his effort. And my last question was, I asked him how much he weighed. He goes, well, I usually don't tell people. I said, well, I have a target goal that I want to hit is 205. And he says, I weigh 215. And he says, and I am the happiest I've ever been in my weight. He says, I've been high, I've been low, He says, but 215 is comfortable for me. And I said, you know what? There's my goal. Because I want to be a 205, but after seeing this guy, I thought, you know what? I'll decide when it gets to that point what I'm comfortable with and what's important to me. But, I mean, I just wanted to let you guys know I was inspired, and this guy was a great guy, and I'm just glad to have him on the... I'm glad to have him as a firefighter in my neighborhood. I know if anything was to happen with any of my friends or any of my clients in the neighborhood, I'm just like, you know, I'm glad that he's there and he's dedicated his life to serving and helping one another. So what's your gift, and share it with people. That's it for today.